Wish, just your thoughts on the result?
Well, we're pleased to play a bit more consistent footy over the 4 quarters. That was probably the key thing that we were looking for today, and we got that, so very pleasing.
And in terms of the goal kicking, it seemed like straight from the outset the guys were switched on, and must have been pleasing.
Can't tell you what we did.
Yeah.
I can't release my secrets.
But how good is that in terms of the confidence just for the guys to go out there and nail some of those shots?
Yeah, well, confidence is a big thing. You know, mindset and technique is a big thing in goal kicking as well. But yeah, it's been there forever and a day, and yeah.
What did you make of Nat Nui, John?
Oh yeah, just that's his first bit of match practice, as in 40 minutes or something like that. So it was good to be able to use him as a sub today because we didn't want to play him any longer than that, and he would have missed out some match practice this week and maybe next week anyway. So we're just following his program, and it fit in well today.
And you seem to start winning the centre clearances almost as soon as you went in.
I didn't notice. Maybe not. Maybe I did. But he was fresh, so he had a bit of a helping hand there.
And Wellingham?
Yeah, Sharrod first up, really pleased. He was a bit scratchy, a couple of things he did, but a lot of the stuff he did was classy and fit in really well with the boys.
Just back on Natanui, what's the plan in terms of building up his minutes over the next few weeks?
Well, yeah, we've got a fair idea about what his plan is. Don't really need to talk about it, but it's been a good progression for him.
How long until he can probably play a full game?
Well, that will depend on how we use him, how much he plays in the ruck versus just forward. He would probably be okay to play a full game just as a forward next week.
Having the 3 ruckmen today worked quite well for you, especially with Nat as the sub. How long can you carry that?
Well, you can do whatever you want, as long as you want. So that's something we can look at, because Callum Sinclair is a more natural forward than he is a ruckman, and his work around the ground has been a real bonus for us. He's been a threat all the time. So, yeah, it's something we can weigh up.
John, when you said that you didn't want Nick to play much more than that, were you then obviously hoping no early injury had given these to start?
Yeah, we had contingencies in place for anything that may have arisen in that regard. So we would have stuck with our plan regardless.
Luke Shuey, is he okay?
Hopefully, yeah. His calf tightened up. So Scott Selwood did as well late, but they both had sharp cramps. So we hope Scott stayed out there. Luke came off and iced up. So we'll have to wait and see.
He was really good before he went off, obviously.
Yeah, no, he contributed well.
What can you tell us about Bud Waters' late withdrawal?
He had a tight adductor post the game last week, and did a fitness test yesterday morning and wasn't quite right. So, made the call to leave him out.
It should be okay the next week.
We would hope so, yeah. But it's like all injuries. Sometimes they get better quickly and then they stagnate for a while. Sometimes, and Bo, with these types of injuries, has overcome them fairly quick in the past.
The Dogs only managed 17 scores from 53 entries. Can you tell us about how well your back six operated today?
They were very efficient in terms of nullifying the Dogs' scoring efforts, but it's not obviously just the backs, but the midfielders working hard to cover as well. So, that was pretty pleasing.
And you scored well on transition. Were you pleased with the way the guys were able to run the sprint? Yeah,
we've been scoring pretty well. Our efficiency going forward has been pretty good all year. Last week it was inaccuracy rather than efficiency.
John, on Mark LeCras finished with 3 goals, 4 back in the goal king. Is there something you can say to him, advice, just to kind of get his confidence back?
No, I can't. Lecker will be right. He kicked a couple of really good goals for us today, and he's in good form. I don't know how many he's kicked this year, but he's been kicking goals every week, bar last week when he missed his opportunity. So he'll keep improving.
And what were you thinking when your 2 key forwards clashed into each other?
Yeah, you hate to see that at any time in the game, but you also, like to think they can commit to the contest. So they look like they both pulled up pretty well from that.
Any other injury concerns at all?
Don't think so, no. Foxy, nothing through there. So